All right, hello everyone. I'm back. Thanks for tuning back in. If you came back for another video, I have a new microphone this time, so hopefully it sounds better audio quality, probably better editing this time as well. This time we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're heading from St. Augustine, Florida to Cedar Key, Florida, over there on the west coast of Florida. Hopefully we might have a little nice sunset. Hopefully not nighttime. I don't really want to do nighttime. And when I'm recording, just due to the visuals of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've decided to move back to 2020 due to the fact that 2024 is unstable, but with that being said, we have these nice features, as you can see here, with the cinematics in the background. Today, our tail number does match the tail number that's inside of the plane, so I figured out how to fix that. And yeah, according to ForeFlight, we have a flight time of about 49 minutes. We're going just over 100 nautical miles, about 102 nautical miles. And we should burn about 11 gallons of fuel on the way there. If I didn't say before, we're cruising at 4,500. We are using Say Intentions AI again, but this time I think I'm going to like shorten the video, and I'm going to cut out all of the unnecessary stuff. So probably just record the main parts like takeoff to cruise, and then during the cruise probably get some cinematic B-roll and some music going like last time. And then back to the approach landing, and then that's it for our flight today. If you don't know what Cedar Key, Florida is, it's a small strip, uncontrolled airport on the west coast of Florida. Runway is pretty short. The exact length of the runway is, let's see here, it is 2,300 feet, so no real room for floating our landing today like I did in the last video. So we had to get in there and put her down. And without further ado, let's get to our pre-flight and let's get on our way to Cedar Key. Alright, so now that we're inside the cockpit, if you're wondering where I get the camera views from, Chase Plane, it just came out for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's been out before. If you're new to the sim world, you probably don't know about it, but people that played P3D and FSX are used to Chase Plane. I'm happy to see that it's over here now. Yeah, it basically just smooths out the camera view, so I highly recommend picking up Chase Plane. I'm not sponsored at all. Obviously, I have like 2 subscribers, but I do recommend you pick up Chase Plane. Alright, so first things first, we're going to start off with just a general overview of our engine and our maintenance. So since I'm back in 2020, the numbers won't match. They changed, but it doesn't really matter. So our plane's good. Our engines, I believe it's pretty good. We shouldn't have any real issues today. All right, so next we'll go to our walk around. Let's run the first part of our checklist. I believe it is pre-flight. So yeah, we go to our walk around. We have the flaps down. They should be all the way down. Let's make sure that is the case, and it is. And next we'll go to our next part of. Oh man, Chase Plane is messing up my walk around, so we might have to do it this way since it's. I think limited by Chase Plane. So let's see. So I can just click K and we can cycle through our walk around. Alright, one sec while we get to the outside. Alright, so ailerons and flaps. Just do the Chase Plane. I can't do the official A2A walk around, but we'll just still go through and simulate that we're doing a walk or pre-flight. So we'll just quickly speed through all of this. We're good, everything's good, blah, blah. Let's just simulate I did my walk around before I started the video, right? All right, so we met all the requirements of 91, 103. We have the NOTAMs weather, no HC delays, all that other fun stuff. And let's get it started. It got oddly quiet in here. All right. So first things first, let's move on with the rest of the checklist. So passengers have been briefed. You guys are my passengers today. I'm not going to go through the full briefing today. I feel like it's a little bit extra, unless that's what you guys want to see. I think I'm going to just say that we have all of our briefings and stuff done. So our seatbelts are on. Control wheel lock is removed. Parking brake will set if it's not already. And I'll actually make the yoke visible for the video today. Park brake set. Gear is down. Make sure my actual handle is down on my Honeycomb. Flats will go back up. Radios are off. All the stuff is already off. Rotating beacon will go on. And if you're wondering how I'm able to press these buttons here without actually clicking them, I do have a Stream Deck XL that I use, and it works amazing. I highly recommend getting one of those again. Not sponsored, just it's a game changer for flight simulation. And rotating beacon is on. So before engine start checklist is complete. Fuel selector. So we go to desired tank. So for today, I believe we are. Let's see. I tried to kind of match up the fuel to our last flight. So I say 15 gallons. So I'm going to use the higher tank. We might have to refill once we get to Cedar Key. All right, so mixture. We'll go full rich on the mixture. Throttle will crack open. Prop will be full forward. Carb heat is off. Master switch will go on. We'll check our fuel pump and we'll prime our fuel lines, I guess you could say. We're looking for some fuel pressure here. Give it a sec. It should rise. Looks like it's rising there. We'll go fuel pump off. Primary, we'll give it a few strokes. Let's keep it PG-13 this time with the strokes, but we'll give it about 4 strokes. All right, those are the 4 strokes, and the mag area we'll clear our area. We'll open up the window. I like to hear our engines. Love A2A sounds. All right, so no one's around, and we yell clear prop and mags to both, and we'll start up our engine. See if she wants to start today. There we go. There she is. All right. Now we'll lean our mixture. I like to go up to about 1,200 and then lean it back. All right. Just for my sake, I'm going to turn down the flight simulator here. It's a little loud in my ears. So we'll go about half volume here for her. All right, so now that we have all of that adjusted, one sec while I adjust the volume on my side. All right, so now that we have all of that adjusted, we'll continue the rest of our checklist. So oil pressure, we'll check our, so oil pressure, oil temps, Ryzen, and we're good there. Mixture, we're lean. So taxi checklist, primers locked, avionics master will go on. That's autopilot, avionics master is on. We'll come here. Our handy dandy engine monitor here, I think it's a JDM is what it's called. Let it initialize. We'll come over here and check our 750. I already put in the flight plan, save time today, just to make a video longer. If you have an overlook at our flight plan here, we're proceeding direct to a waypoint that's called Juts. And the whole reason I did that was to avoid, you see, we have restricted airspace here. And I didn't want to overfly Fort Juliet, which is Blaga, Florida, because they have skydiving operations and whatnot. So with this approach, our flight plan path, it keeps us pretty much direct. Pretty simple, no airspace to clear, just a restricted to clear, and we shouldn't need to contact ATC at all. All right, so now that this has came up, I'm going to once again cheat a little bit and just go here and then here. Don't mind me. All right. So next, I'm going to continue running our checklist here. All right, so avionics master on, amp meter will check. So our amps, we have a positive charge, but we can give it like a fuel pump or something to see if we can edit that charge there, I guess. So radios are on. Actually, no, they're not. Let's turn them on. All right, so they're on. All right, altimeter, choose magic B key, magic D key for that. Sorry, I'm lazy. Nav lights, I guess, why not? We'll turn them on. I have to use the scroll wheel for this one because my Stream Deck does not have this on it. I believe it's on there. Park brake release and brakes will test. So we'll wait on that. And also we'll bring our engine back to about 1,000 RPM. All right. And engine start checklist is complete minus the release of the parking brakes and whatnot. All right, so we'll close up, make it a little less loud in here. It's super loud. We'll turn on some noise cancellation for now. That way you can hear me a little bit better. I could probably turn the sim back up a little bit here for myself. That way I can hear the engine. So from here, probably reach out to St. Augustine ground, request a taxi. Right now, winds are out of, let's see, winds are 130 at 6 knots according to ForeFlight. And they're probably going to use runway 13. Yep, they're probably going to use runway 13. So we'll probably listen to the ATIS first. Let's actually get the real weather and not just use ForeFlight's weather. All right, so ATIS frequency here is, let's see, I believe it's 119.625. 9625. So we'll put that in and then we'll put it up.
206. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
All right, Bravo is what we have.
Northeast Florida Regional Airport. Information. Bravo. 2256 Zulu. Wind 135 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 28. Dew point 23. Altimeter 29906. Density altitude 1500 feet. Arriving and departing runways 13, 20, 6. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Bravo.
Alright, so we have Bravo. As I said, they're probably using runway 13, and that's what we matched it with. And we'll contact ground and request taxi to the active. And before I do that, I'm just going to pull up the charts here. Cannot get Navigraph data. Let's see. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. Okay. Well, I guess we're not going to use the Navigraph charts. We're going to use our charts on my iPad here. All right. So we're going to contact ground. We're on 121.175, and we have Bravo, and we want to request taxi to the active for a western departure. But first, let's make sure he can hear me. So, St. Augustine ground, November 649 for Papa, requesting a radio check.
9-4 Papa, you're coming in loud and clear.
All right, so that's good. And 9-4 Papa, we're parked at the FBO. We like to request taxi, and we have information. Bravo.
Nine 4 Papa, taxi to runway 13 via Bravo 3, Bravo.
Taxi to runway 13 via Bravo 3, Bravo, 904 Papa. Alright, so it's a pretty simple taxi. I know you can't see it here, but I don't have the chart set up, I guess. I don't know what's going on with that, but Bravo 3 is right here. We turn left into Bravo, and we'll taxi down to our runway hold short, door run up, and all that stuff whenever we get there. We don't have any runway crossings, no hot spots, and no complex intersections here. And we'll begin our taxi. All right, let's get it. Let's go. Trying to beat the sun. I doubt we will, but it's fine. And if you see those camera effects, once again, they're courtesy of Chase Plane. I'm trying them out just to see how they are. So far, I kind of like them. It's better than FS Realistic. It feels more natural than FS Realistic. And I think I might keep them on. We'll see when we take off. All right, let's slow her up a little bit. We're going really fast. Up over 20 knots. Let's keep it below 20. All right, so we're going to turn left here. This is Bravo. I guess we'll turn on the left, letting in light. I mean, that's controversial. I like to be seen, so I'm going to keep my left. Only one of my lane lights on. And just a little bit about myself. Again, if you haven't seen the first video, this is your first video. I'm a real-world rated, instrument-rated private pilot. I have about over 100 hours. Once again, I'm not here on behalf of my real-world flight training, but I'm here on behalf of having a community where everyone can come learn, teach, and have fun. No matter your experience level, I like to do everything as realistic as possible, or to the best of my ability. Sometimes I'm limited by the sim, but I like to keep it as realistic as possible. And yeah. Alright, so as we taxi down here, we're going to pull up down here to our runway. And we kind of want to face into the wind here. Don't want to hit these lights here. But we'll face into the wind. Probably pull it around just like kind of like that. We'll pull our parking brake. There's no one behind us. Plus they have to wait on us anyway. Brakes are hold. Fuel quantity we'll check. Fuel, we have the desired tank for now. Mixture as required. I'll go full rich here. And throttle, we go to 2000 RPM and we'll check our engine instruments as we do that. For some reason, this specific plane in 2020 has a problem with its left magneto, so we'll let it burn off a little bit. Or I mean, we have full mixture, so I'm gonna just do a regular run up here. So let's see. All right, so let's go to the right magneto. All right, that's a good drop. We go back to both. And to the left. Okay, so today it's doing fine. Pretty much the same drop there. Back to both. All right, make sure our engine instruments are on the green. Fuel pressure is good. Oil pressure is good. Oil temp is coming up. Cylinder head temperatures are good, and our exhaust fuel is somewhere here, right? Yeah, right here, 1200. So yeah, we're good. All right, magnetos are checked. Prop will cycle 3 times, and then the 1800 RPM. So I love the sound that it makes when it does this. But let's check it out. That's 1 time. Look for the rise in manifold pressure, decrease in fuel flow there. It's the 3rd time. And we go to 1800 RPM from here. Let's see if we can get her back. I can never get it spot on. To me, it seems stable, so we'll go back full prop and then we'll pull our engine back. I like to lean at 1200 RPM. It's a little high, but it's fine. Wait for it to drop out and then put her back in. Back to where it dropped from. Alright, and 1000 RPM is fine for me. For idle. Alright, so prop cycle 3 times. Carb heat we'll check. So I guess we'll go up a little bit, back up and check our carb heat. So I should follow the checklist, huh? So we got a drop of 100. Yep, it's good. It's good. I never even worried about it in the first place, right? Alright, so it's looking like we're going to be battling the outdoors. It looks like the sun might set before we get there. I really don't want to do, whoa, look at that. I really don't want to do a nighttime flight, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and bring the time back. I have it set to real time, unlike last time, but please bear with me. I mean, I really don't want to land at nighttime. So we'll bring it back about an hour. Alright, so that's good for me. Our checklist is all ran. Let's see. Before takeoff controls, we'll check our controls. So we have full left, full right. Bumping my microphone now. Full back, full forward. Let's actually look back there. Full back, full forward. Alright. And rudders, we know work already. Alright, rudder trim is good. Door is latched. Let's talk about it. See, flaps we'll set as desired. We'll leave them how they are. Fuel pump go on. Desired tank is there. Mixture we'll go full rich. I'll wait on that. Prop is full forward. Carb heat is off. Engine gauges. Pitot heat as required. Strobes and landing will go on. And the lights as required. So we'll call up tower. Tower is 127.625. So I have 127.625. That's where we're heading next. Alright, St. Augustine Tower. We're holding short 13 at Bravo 1, ready for departure. St. Augustine Tower, November 649 for Papa. Holding short runway 13 on Bravo, ready for departure. Should tell them we're westbound. Clear for takeoff, runway 13, November 649 for Papa. Whoa, look at the cameras. This is all wonky for me. Alright, so we have 13, it's verified. Mixture's full, prop is full, and we'll slowly go full power. Make sure our engine is running good. It is. We got some right rudder here. And the Comanche likes to fly, so it's probably about ready to fly about now because we're not that heavy. We're about 40% fuel, so we're up. We have a positive rate of climb, and we have runway left that we can use to land in case our engine fails out on us. I'm gonna wait a little bit to pop that gear up. All right, and I go gear up now. All right, so we'll trim her out. Looking for about 100. Actually, we'll trim her up a little bit. Probably climb out a little bit faster here. So we're climbing through 500. The ball's centered. We're good. We're golden. Let's check out the scenery here. I've flown into this airport in the real world multiple times on this runway, but most times in the opposite direction. Really nice approach. Did my private training, and I've been here a lot. I actually did my solo cross country up north of here to Jacksonville Craig Airport out of Daytona Airport. So if you're familiar with the flight schools that come out of Daytona, you might be able to figure out what school I'm coming from. And St. Augustine Tower, November 649 for Papa request in our turn to the west. Roger that. Are we approved to head to the south for 9-4 Papa? Guess he's not really understanding what I'm saying. I always have these mishaps with AI ATC for some reason. Maybe I'm not talking to him how I should. But whatever, we're still just going to turn out to the west because that's where I'm going today. Alright, so let me pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to head down right now. Alright, so let's turn around here. See if we can come back in and intercept our plan here that we have. So sorry for the abrupt banking there. Alright, so yeah, we'll just continue our turn. So we're out of his airspace anyway. We're at 3,000 feet, so we're good. His airspace ends at 2,500 feet. And just to pay attention, we're heading up to 4,500 feet. And let's see, I might just get a direct turn going. I'm going to engage our autopilot here. Or I'm going to get it set up to engage. Bring back our prop a little bit. I want to climb out 23 squared. Alright, perfect. Works for me. As you can see, this whole flight, we have a headwind. As we turned into to the west, it kind of looks, you can see our ground track there. It kind of looks like we're heading way slower than as we were when we were heading out to the east because of that headwind. I love how Microsoft and specifically how A2A Comanche was able to simulate such good physics here. I mean, and now with the good camera system that we have from Chase Plane, it just makes it so much better to fly. I mean, look at it. I mean, look at the, if I bank, it doesn't like, you know, it's pretty cool with the camera if you see that there. All right, but enough rambling. So we're heading to intercept our magenta line here. So I'm just do a head in mode, actually poor pilot in the meter. I'm just gonna do wings level. I'm gonna level this out first, and then I'm gonna work on getting us to intercept that CDI. On this course right here, we should be able to intercept it anyway. And I'm going to engage altitude hold. Alright, oh look at that, perfect engage there, huh? Oh, I guess not. Alright, so we'll trim down for it. Alright, let's pull back our prop first. So we go about 22 squared, and we gotta lean out our engine as well. I'm not following any checklist right now. Focusing on our departure here. Alright, so that's pretty annoying, so let's get it to shut up. So we'll just keep trimming down for Should be good. Oh, watch. It's going to ask me to trim up pretty soon. Alright, so climb. Fuel pump will turn off. Power we reduce. CHD is good. Mixture will lean. I'll do it at the end of the cruise checklist. Throttle set. Prop set. Mixture as required. Fuel pump is off. Fuel pressure is good. Engine gauges. We're good here. We're good there. Feels pretty stable there. Fuel pressure is good. Fuel flow, we're getting about 17 gallons per hour. That's a lot. So we'll come here and lean our mixture. We'll do lean fine. And I want to pay attention to our intercept here. So we have a little bit so we get there. Yeah, we have a little bit. So I'm going to go here. We'll just start pulling our mixture back until it gives us our cylinder that peaks here. So I'm going to do a quick lean. Usually this process in the real world, especially in well, at least the plane that I fly, the Cessna, it just takes a little while, especially in cruise. So I'm aiming for about 12 gallons per hour. Alright, looks like that's what it's gonna give me. So now it's climbing back up. I'm gonna just leave it how it is. Alright, so 12.1 gallons per hour. It wants me to still trim down. I feel like we're level plane. Alright, so we're actually heading, our indicated's really fast. It's pretty normal, to be honest. Let's see, about 140 knots, yeah. So let's see if we can engage this. We'll pick it up. Yeah, in just a few minutes, we'll go to the outside, get a good look at all the views in our new cinematic mode by Chase Plane. And yeah. Let's see if is it turning us here? Kind of looks like it's not, so I'm gonna just help it out. I could just go direct and just have it on a good course. Thing is, if I go direct, will it still clear us of that restricted airspace there? So let's see. Yeah, it does. This airspace is fine. Well, I guess this is an MOA. Oh no, this is Palaca, sorry. I think I might have said this is Palaca earlier. It's not. This is Palaca, 2AJ. We just don't want to overfly the airport because they do a lot of skydiving there. It's an uncontrolled field. It's basically the wild, wild west out there. I've been there in real life as well. Alright, so let's not forget to engage our GPS. Looks like everything's fine here. We're not even squawking VFR. Huh, look, poor piloting going on today. That's probably what the ATC guy was saying, huh? I probably look like I suck now. I should probably really stop saying that I'm a railroad pilot, huh? It happens to the best of us. It just happens. Alright, look at that view. It's pretty nice. Alright, so from here, I think I'm going to start the B-roll, start the cinematics, and I'll see you guys when it's time to start descending or approaching to Cedar Key. See ya. Alright, so we're back. We're about 15 miles out right now, and we can come crunch some numbers right quick to see what help us out here. The plane do some of the pilot stuff for us, right? So 1,000 feet, MSL 500 feet, offset. Let's say I want to be about 5 miles at 1,000 feet before. All right, let's see if it wants to. Alright, I guess that's not going to work for us today. I'm not sure what's going on with my 750. I might have to reactivate the license, or reset the license here because it's not acting right, but we can ignore that. Alright, so even still, we're 13 nautical miles away, so I feel like it'd be a good idea to just start a descent down. If we can pull up our tablet here, handy dandy. Alright, so approach, autopilot master, fuel pump. We'll turn on, and I'll come back to this checklist once we get our descent on. Alright, so I'm gonna leave the track engaged. I'm gonna just start a descent. So I'm gonna pull. Oh no, we're lagging. No, not good. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this back first, our prop back first, and then we'll pull our manifold as well. Just start get us our descent down, and we're pretty much gonna set up for a straight in, and then there's really not a way for us to like set up for like a traditional traffic pattern. I mean, we can enter, I guess, a downwind. Yeah, I guess we can enter. Actually, no, it wouldn't be a downwind. That'd be an upwind, huh? Yeah, we could enter the downwind for the or the upwind for the downwind, but I don't think it really makes sense. So we'll just probably land straight in once we have the airport in sight here. Alright, so yeah, we're descending about 500 feet per minute. Probably need a little bit more than that. So I'm gonna push our nose over. Power's where it's at. Alright, rig bound. Alright, that's probably way too fast there. Alright, and I'm gonna just disengage autopilot. I'm gonna hand fly from here. And I'm gonna just go autopilot master is gonna go off. Feels like there's a desired tank. We'll probably switch a tank here before we run out. Alright, it's mixture rich prop for forward. Right, so prop, I'm gonna leave how the prop is for now. So I'm gonna fly to intercept our center line. We're getting bumped around very heavily up here. It's just turbulence. It's just how it is flying a small plane, right? Alright, let's make sure we keep our descent going. Let's keep our plane trimmed out here. Alright. Yeah, we're getting bumped around like really heavily. Holy crap, I haven't seen it this bad before. Alright, so let's move it in. It's nothing that's making our flight unsafe though, so we're passing through about, let's see, almost 3,000 here. Alright, let me keep our descent down. I don't know why I keep putting the nose back up. So we go about 1,000 because we're still super high. We're still looking for airport. Should be off our left hand side here sometime soon. Let's see if we can spot it. So far, no, I don't have it in sight. So I'm just going to continue to intercept this center line that we have here. And we're going to turn left to line ourselves up with runway 23, as you see our extended center line here with the black and white line. Probably should just be descending a little bit more. Let's see. Alright, so we start making that left turn and let's see if we can spot the runway 24. We're pretty close, so we probably should get down even more here. So I might just chop and drop, to be honest. I might just go full manifold. I might go power idle, that way we don't overspeed, and I want to kind of slow down here too. And that horn is just the plane trying to tell us that we don't have our gear down since we're power idle. Usually go power idle whenever you're about to land. Usually not power idle in flight. So I want to slow us down, so I'm going to just... Alright, so I see our runway. It's right about here. So we'll keep it coming down. We're still super high. I'm trying to get us under control so that way I can drop the flaps and the gear. So once we get inside that white arc, I'll drop the gear. So we're pretty much in the white arc. I'm gonna drop the gear and I'm gonna go flaps 1. We get a higher descent rate going, and that horn can please go away. All right, so not a good start to this approach, to be honest. I mean, we're still about 3 miles out. We have room to descend. We're not super fast, so I'm just gonna pull power idle and just keep going. Alright, so you see we have our airport out ahead. We're back under control. We're passing through about 2,300 feet here. So to me, we still look good, even though we're descending over 1,000 feet per minute, but we're good. I'm not sure if this airport has any of the PAPI lights or VASI lights. I don't see any. And I didn't review the chart to see if they even had any. You can see we have a little, I like the detail, we have a little like water, like a water tower over there. Alright, so I'm gonna drop flaps even more. Go about flaps, this is flaps 2 here. Alright, probably should be running some checklists here. Gears down, flaps are desired, gump checklist, landing, flaps are down about 90 knots. So we're fast. Okay, so let's get back on glide. Let's slow ourselves down a little bit. So remember, this is a short runway. We don't really want to be unstable coming in here. Might be able to see a go around today. Love the scenery around this airport. It's very nice. It's really designed. I want to go to this airport one day in real life just to check it out. It's like super cool. Nice little town that it looks like it has around here too. Alright, so we're gonna just keep our nose down. We're kind of fast. So we could just drop power. See our one sock coming from the right hand side there. Alright, so we keep it down and flare. Oh jeez. Very aggressive on the controls there. Alright, but we're down. We're per person. So I'm gonna go around. Not a good landing on my part. Kind of embarrassing, but we'll go flaps up. Good decision making to go around though. So like I said earlier, you might see it go around today. It's very aggressive on the controls there. For the initial flare, it caused our airplane to pretty much what they call porpoise down the runway. Not a good thing. It could have got worse. We could have kept. It's when our nose gear hits the runway and you just kind of keep bouncing down the runway uncontrolled. You kind of sometimes lose control of your airplane there. That's why I decided to go around. So I guess we got a little bit of extra footage today. Happens to the best of us. That one I don't think I would have been able to control it. So we're just going to keep it standard left turns. I'll bring our power back. I want to level this off here. Keep it about 1,000. So flaps are up. All flaps are up. Gears up. And we're just gonna, I'm gonna focus on the traffic pattern here. Alright, so we see our runway right there. Really need to invest in some track IR or something similar. Toby eye tracker or something. Because it's super hard flying VFR without being able to see where you are relative to your runway there. It's kind of hard. Alright, so we're here stable at 1,000 feet, about 100 knots. Let's see, yeah, about 100 knots. That's pretty much where we want to be. See our runway right there. You can see that flashing tower as well. That's kind of right next to our runway there, so we'll kind of parallel that course. Alright, and my apologies about that landing at first. Just wasn't the best landing out of me. At least we get to see the scenery more, right? Alright, so we're starting to pull up power here. Sorry about the horn. We're in the green arc. I'm gonna drop the flaps and I'm gonna go, or I'll drop the gear and I'm gonna go flaps 1. We'll kind of keep this a short approach. We don't want to slow too bad, so I'm gonna drop the nose, not that far. Add some power back in. So about 100 knots here. This scenery kind of reminds me of, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet or if you're even interested, but the GTA 6 trailer kind of looks like where they have that based in Florida. It kind of looks like this area right here. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I'm gonna go flaps 2 on the base. Got some power back into, let's see where we are relative to our runway. So we're not quite 90, so we'll keep our turn coming in a little bit. Look at the water down there, it's pretty nice. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is not far off from 2024, it's pretty good. 2024 does have noticeably different physics though, that I can notice, especially while flying this aircraft. But the visuals here, man, and the smoothness is just unmatched. 2024, they somehow can't figure it out. It's been out for a few months now, and they still don't have that sim up to par. All right, but let me shut up and not crash land like we did last time. Might have to get our nose gear checked out after that one. Alright, so I'm gonna pull some power. Get our nose pointing towards those numbers there. So it's a little bit below the numbers. I'm gonna add some power back in. Alright, so I'm just keep toying with the power here and the trim. And I'm gonna just go power idle. Add a little bit of power here. So we made the runway, we're gonna go power idle and our, oh, do I do it again? No, we're good. Lower it down softly, there we are. And we're gonna get on those brakes immediately because we use up a lot of runway there. Alright. Good second landing. I think it's a little bit floaty. It's like a pattern with me on this side of this plane, huh? Just floaty landings. A little bit lag there. We had to go around. But besides that, it was a really nice flight. I mean, make sure we don't hit wings here. A really nice flight. From St. Augustine to Cedar Key Airport over in West Florida. I'm going to park here. I'm going to shut down. And thanks for watching. If you have any comments, suggestions, anything, recommendations of flights, planes, whatever, just recommend it down below. I'm gonna try to have this video to be shorter. Hopefully it's not too long when I get done editing it. And thanks for watching. If you want to watch me close out this plane, please join me. If not, thanks for watching again. I'll see you later.